So this is to try to explain number 8, which your question on the exam, if this is spring 2015, your question will be the same, except I will just change this. All right. Other than that, it will be the same. There we go. All right. So what I want you to realize is that you don't have to write out this whole little circle. That you can make a different notation that means the same thing. So in the notation I'm suggesting is that when you start with a puzzle, before you solve it, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 19, 20. And when I put dots, what I specifically mean is these two numbers are in sequence, all these are in the same sequence, and those are in the same sequence, meaning all the numbers from 7 through 19 are sequential as they belong. Okay, and I'm going to put a box or an underline to indicate 2, 3, 4, 5 are the 4 numbers that are allowed to flip. So we start with this configuration. Okay, so these two guys are the same. Those are equivalent. Now, what I want to do is I want to do step A, which means move all these guys that way. So here I can show you what that means. This is what A does. A inverse. B is its own inverse. If you do B twice, nothing happens. Okay. All right. So you can just do this if you're working on your own and you are studying for the exam rather than taking the exam. It's A happens 4 times, then B, A inverse B. Okay, A happens 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then B, A inverse B. So that's what your whole solution should look like. And when you're finished, that's what your exam should look like. Okay, reset. Okay. Now let's see if we can get the same result without using the app. Let's see if we can figure this out. Okay, so A means to move the pieces this way, but it could also mean move the disk. So if I move all the pieces over so that 2 is over here, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, that could happen. Or is really like taking and moving the disk over this way. Does that make sense? Let's think about this again. I can move the buttons, or I could move the flipper. Because the whole point is you're moving the buttons relative to the flipper. And so it's easier to move the flipper than to move the buttons. Okay? So if I'm moving these buttons that way, it's like moving the flipper that way. And I want to do this 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So my new configuration, I'm going to write a couple of these out so I don't run out of space. Okay, I'm going to start, instead of starting at the 2, I'm going to go 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to start here. This motion is what happened A 4 times, means the flipper is now centered around 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4. The flipper is now around 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so again, this is easier when you have the computer to compare against. Now, we want to do this motion B, okay? And so I'm just going to flip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 8, 7, 6. But wait a minute, what comes next? I probably should have put a 10 here. There's a 10, 11, 20. So I want to make sure it's very clear what's on either side of my flipper. All right, so now I've done A 4 times, B. Now A inverse. So again, A inverse is to do this motion, which means the flipper is going to go left. The flipper is going to move to this position. So it will be 5, 9, 8, 7, leaving 6 out in the cold next to 10 and 11, and then all the way up to 20. Okay, so this motion was A inverse. You can write A bar or A prime or A inverse. All these things mean the same thing. If you prefer, you can use a lowercase a. Sometimes I see that notation that means the inverse of capital A. All right, now what? So we have one more thing. We have to do B again. What is B? B is flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 10, 11, all the way up to 20. Whoops. Okay, now it says to write it, so that we write it in the grid. So you want the flipper says 7, 8, 9, 5, and then we go backwards from the flipper. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we go to the right from the flipper. 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These ones you have to write in. You can't just put dot, dot, dot. I'm asking you to, I went to all the trouble of giving you the spot to write it in. So this would be a correct answer. So let's go ahead and double check, reset. And what was the problem? What were we supposed to do? This is 4 times this button, then B, and then this button, and then B. So left 4 times. Left, 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 left. Middle, right, middle. Left, 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 left. Middle, right, middle. And did we get the same answer? It looks like we did get the same answer. Yep. Okay. So hopefully that will help you.